6 terrifying facts about Ed Gein. Today we are going to be diving into 6 terrifying facts about Ed Gein. Subscribe to the channel for new videos on serial killers every week. Fact 1: He was a bit too close to his mother. Ed Gein loved his mother, and his mother taught him how he should see the world. They lived on an isolated farm, so it was easy for her to influence her 2 sons, Ed and Henry. Ed's ultra-religious mother, who was nominally Lutheran, basically indoctrinated her sons with her distorted view of the world, and constantly told them that all women except herself were naturally promiscuous and instruments of the devil. What on earth could go wrong, right? Luckily, his brother Henry wasn't that easily influenced and often spoke badly about his mother in the presence of Ed, something that apparently shocked him as his affection for his mother knew no bounds. Fact 2: He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and it showed early on. As you might have expected, there were early signs that something was really off with Ed, starting in his childhood. Later in his life, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, something that explains some of his behavior as a kid. One of those particular forms of behavior was his sudden bursts into laughter for no apparent reason, as if he was laughing with his own jokes. This is a clear sign of schizophrenia, which means he suffered from this condition since his childhood, and it was left untreated his entire life. One of the most remarkable facts about Ed Gein is that regardless of his weird behavior at times, he was considered to be a smart student who excelled in reading at a young age. Fact 3: Did Ed Gein kill his brother? On May 16, 1944, Ed and his Norther were making a fire to burn some garbage at their farm. The firefighters had to put the fire out as it was spreading out of control, which took the entire day. When everybody was gone, Ed reported his brother as missing at the local police station. Later that day, Henry was found dead lying face down. The fire was blamed for his death, even though it was clear he had been dead for some time, and the official cause of death was marked as heart failure. Further investigation also uncovered the fact that Henry had bruises on his head, which makes his death all the more mysterious. Some people assumed that Ed killed his brother because he was getting fed up with Henry talking bad about their mother. Fact 4: Things went downhill when his mother died. Ed's father George finally died of his chronic alcoholism at the age of 66 in the year 1940. Because Ed's brother Henry moved in with a woman he had started dating, Ed was left alone with his mother in the final years of his life. This made the bond that Ed had with his mother even stronger, which also strengthens the theory that Ed actually killed his brother because he couldn't stand Henry talking bad about her. Ed's world collapsed when his mother died on December 29, 1945, at the age of 67. In the words of Ed's biographer Harold Schechter, he had lost his only friend and one true love, and he was absolutely alone in the world. Fact 5: Ed Gein was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Ed Gein's first trial began on November 7, 1968, and a week later, he was found guilty of the murder of Bernice Worden. His second trial, however, dealt with his level of sanity and whether or not he would be found insane. Judge Robert H. Gallmer ruled that Gein was not guilty because of insanity and ordered him to be committed to Central State Hospital for the criminally insane. He was transferred to the Mendota State Hospital in Madison, Wisconsin, where he spent the remainder of his life. He died at age 77 from lung cancer and respiratory failure on July 26, 1984. Fact 6: His gravestone was stolen in the year 2000. Ed Gein was buried in between his parents and brother at the Plainfield Cemetery. His grave somewhat became a tourist attraction, and people visiting would chip pieces of it to keep as a souvenir. In the year 2000, the infamous gravestone was stolen but recovered near Seattle about a year later. It is now kept permanently at the Warren County Sheriff's Department. Right now, his grave has an unmarked stone in an attempt to keep the souvenir seekers away. If there was something we missed, let us know in the comments. If you are interested in making videos like this, check the links in the description.